Hi, Terry. Let's talk about your short writing number two. Here it is, right over here on the right. The major thing that I'm evaluating short writing two for are the only two things we had covered at the time you wrote this, and that is, does the paper have a clear thesis, and does everything support the thesis? And yours comes pretty close to having a clear thesis, but it's not quite as clear as it might be, and I'm going to try to explain that so it can help you in future papers. Um, uh, I, I, I thought that maybe this was the thesis right here. I do believe that handicapped students and teachers should have reserved parking, but the cleanup people, in my opinion, don't need special parking places. But I wasn't sure because earlier you had observed that there is reserved parking for deans and a few other faculty members, and I wasn't. It sounds like you're proposing that they don't get parking spaces, but I wasn't sure if that's what you meant or not, and I didn't know what you meant by a few other faculty members. That is, as far as I know, all faculty members have reserved parking in the red line spaces. So I got a little puzzled there. Then when we get down into the paper, not only do you discuss parking for teachers and and handicapped, but you also suggest we have a parking lot for students and parking places for pregnant women. And then finally down here, you say, I believe CCB should take a look into this matter because I think this would be a great solution to our parking problem. And I was thinking about this final sentence. I thought, this would be a great solution to our parking problem. I don't even know now what the this is. And I'm not sure what the parking problem is. so can you see how it got kind of muddied as we went along? Is your proposal that parking places should be taken away from the deans? Is your proposal that should be taken away from the cleaning crew? How do you feel about the instructional technology workers? How do you feel about plant operations? How do you feel about the people who work in the cafeteria? How do you feel about the secretaries? That all got kind of murky in here. The only ones you talked about was the cleaning crew, and you said they should not have reserved parking. And then you said faculty should have it, but they should have their own lot. I wasn't sure why or where that would be. And then the students should have reserved parking. And I didn't exactly understand the reasoning for that. And then pregnant women should have it in addition to people with handicaps. And so then and a special lot should be created for faculty. When I got all through, I wasn't sure what you were proposing we should have and shouldn't have. It's all there. I'm sure it was clear to you, but as a reader, it wasn't quite clear to me what your thesis was. And that's what you would need to work on to make this an even better paper. For this paper, your grade is 23 points out of the 25 that were available because of that little murkiness problem. See you on Tuesday.